last time out, we managed to beat the Ghost Gym, which was really good. We only lost one Pokemon. We did lose our... What was it that we lost? We lost our Gumshoes, which wasn't too bad. I should probably take that item off as well. We haven't done much, like we did spin the wheel, and we know that our next gym is going to be flying types against the ground titan. Now there is something we can do now, which we weren't able to do, and that is go and beat up Chanseys and Blissies. Now, it's not like the greatest thing to do, but what we could do is just put this in our team for now. Go and do our encounter in North Area 3 because, as we said, we are a bit over leveled for it. I don't really know why I didn't consider Ducklet. There must have been a reason. But we'll work this all out. But if we go and do our encounter first, which I'm probably just going to make a Floette, because it's a pretty easy thing to catch. It'll be a good fairy type to have much later in the game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's my plan. Not the most interesting plan, but it'll do. Right, oh no, there's a Floatzel outbreak there, isn't there? That's a bit annoying. That's going to mess up my plans a lot. We'll go and have a look, see what's down there. Well, again, I still would rather get the Floette or Flabébé, whichever is the one we find. It's not like the most difficult, but what we'll do is we can then make a normal type sandwich. And if we... Oh, that wasn't too bad a shot, actually. Yeah, I do want a stronger fairy type, to be honest. We've had one of these that died, so we don't really want another one of them. We will have a cutscene. I know we're going to have a cutscene, but we're not going to go into this battle. It's one of those things that when you're close to these places, they always trigger a horrible cutscene. So yeah. So the other thing about being able to unlock this area of the game is that I can do a bit of offline grinding too, which again, like I said, I don't really want to do. The main team that we still need, I'm going to use the team for later in the game. Hello Dragon, how is it going? We've literally just started, and I thought I'd come down here to do some grinding basically, because the water team is not great, and I thought, why not just catch a Floette or a Flabébé? That's my pick. No worries, no worries. Good luck with the hunting though. I'm sure you'll be quite happy to help with some of the funky nicknames. Though, I did see you got the Squovit, and it drove me crazy trying to get that myself, so congratulations. So this is my North Area. North Area 3 encounter. I just want to take this off because I've sort of trimmed this down just so it doesn't show the ones I've got, so it only shows the ones I've got left to do. So we've still got plenty left. I don't need any encounters basically for now, so that's fine. We'll just go with what we know. Yes, you've had that bit of luck in that area. I'm really struggling to get any shinies in Route 1. Right, as I said before, I've gone a bit crazy in the past. Fair enough, but as I said, it's good to see that you've got the crew together. Oh, we got our Pelipper. This one's going to be kind of key, I think, for this battle. As we said, it's the ground titan. If this has drizzle, we're fine. Is Square the rarer or the not? I can never quite remember which is which, if I'm honest. Right, Again, we'll worry about all the moves later. Yeah, so we do need to do a little bit of strategy here. Right, you can go straight in this box because you can't be used. I was going to take this because this hits the hardest. So I have to have a physical hitter to do this part of the game. And it's a ghost type, so we have this, but it doesn't hit very easily. We'll just stick with what we've got there, to be honest. As we say, we go and beat up chances. Should be fine. It can't really do anything to me. It's whether it stalls enough. Already got the shiny Wooloo. Wow. Congratulations. Not jealous at all. I've been looking for Wooloo for so long. So you may have also seen I did put together a few more channel points, redemption things. Most of them are actually for later down the line. So they are for the when we start this new Living Shiny Dex challenge. So people can pick where we go and stuff like that. We don't need to learn all of these moves. Well, we'll sort all the moves out when we need to. But you saw with that. Alright. So that helped a lot. That's good though. At least you know it's working. I ended up doing another about 3 hours of DAs with Robin and not getting myself a single shiny. Because why not? Why not never let me have a shiny? Da-da-nay. Right. This is where we use our ingredients. Yes, I did get that Ferroseed in the Friend Safari this morning. I sort of play some of the Friend Safari in the background sometimes. I haven't unlocked anything, have I? That's the sandwich I want. That's fine. I've got everything I need. I just need Encounter on normal and Blissies will turn up. So this is how you grind quickly in this game. Yeah, so I've got one of the Friend Safaris that I'm using has Clang and Ferroseed, so that's why I got both of those two. Well, I got the Ferroseed. I've sort of just been doing, give or take, half an hour to an hour each day, just in little spells, nothing too serious in it. I've got a Sigilith and a Muna one, which I really want to do as well. So there is that, which is going to be fun. But I can still carry on with this still one because I still would like the Ferrothorn or the Clang. So now we can go and do what we need to do. My level cap is 45. So the plan now, as I say, is just to... Oh, no, what? I re-triggered another cutscene. Great. I thought this was one where you had to go and talk to someone. Let's just bash the B button and get out. Get out of this. This is worrying. Can I run away? I don't want to do this battle. Good. So that's a little bit worrying. Oh, come on. So I can't get close. That Blissey's going to annoy me, isn't it? Okay, note to self, stay this side of the area. Now, can I have some Blissies this end then? It's annoying because I've got like a floatzel outbreak over here. I guess we could do a few of the chances. It's not the end of the world. Now, Rockety will be easier. I will say that for a fact. Nicket's is the rarest of the 4 overworld spawns that you have in that area. If you want to do Nicket, there is actually a slightly better place to do it. If you finish the game, if you go to, you know where you face Hop at the beginning, when you go to like the professor's house by the lake, that is probably the best place to do that, 'cause you go across the lake and then you've got Nicket, Yamper, Zigzagoon are literally your main spawns in that area, so it'll be a little bit quicker. Nicket in Route 1, but they're like level 30-ish, just be aware of that. But it was definitely better. That's where we were doing it. You also get a lot of Galarian Zigzagoon, and I think you can also get blip bugs spawning there, which is kind of helpful because it's one of the only overworld areas for them. So that will be my advice for that one. But Rockety is Route 1, pretty good. But you can see just by this, just how much quicker it is to level everything up. Nearly everything is gaining a level. Okay, on Route 1 you only get 2 Pokemon per purchase. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It'll be similar. There's like 3, actually it might be 2 patches, but one has 4 and the other one has 2, maybe 3 actually. But it's quite an enclosed area, so you can pretty much respawn everything pretty quickly. It's where we were doing the when we were doing the shiny hunting all the dark types. It was much easier for us around there. We have our Staraptor. Yep, that's the thing. If you've got like a level 100, especially in Route 1, you can just give them like the basic boring moves like Tackle as well. Because at least you get more PP, like... again, we'll sort out all the moves when we get to the battle. Because remember, I can only take a couple of these into battle. I can only take 3 into this battle. But I've decided to use the Annihilate because it hits hard, pretty much. That's the only reason why we're using it. But again, you can see every battle we are gaining a level. Even on the Annihilate, to be honest. Okay. Yeah. I get it. What I was doing, what was it? I was doing like a recoil move and then putting a shell bell on my Pokemon. So when I was facing, so I'd use like Wild Charge on my Boltland, and then after we did that, I would then use Nuzzle on the next one. I would just regain the health I lost through Wild Charge. That was pretty much my plan. I know it's not the most ambitious, but it was working for me. Yeah, so that's good. I imagine things like low sweep will be pretty handy as well. I don't know the movesets for all of them, but like for example, there's not much point having Pyro Ball on Cinderace for what you're doing, but something like Flame Charge will probably knock all the level 2 and 3s out, depending on which part of the map you're actually doing. Yeah, it's not going to give you much. That's why I say I use the recoil moves first. And then after I've done the recoil moves, I can then swap back to the other moves just to gain all the health back. By the time I've done that, I'm usually back to full. But it also depends, as I say, what moves you put on them. Right, this is so quick. I love it. But this is kind of what I was saying I'll be doing sort of on the offline bit. Coming down here and putting the team together to just beat up all of these. We may even keep going. Do some of this. I can't spin the wheel for the next Pokemon, but I can get all of these up to level 45. Okay. It's more that I was too lazy to take Wild Charge off. I don't really want to just face that one. Can I get a Blissey? Yes, I can. 2 Blissies. Lovely. Yeah, so if you ever just want to level up in this game, just come up here. This one's a lower level, so maybe low kick will work. Yeah. And as long as you've got a physical attacker, you're going to be fine. I do have to be a little bit careful now, because they are getting close to level 45. Oh, no, don't want to face you. You could hurt me. And that's why I did my encounter, so I can actually do it this way. If I just throw them out and they're just getting the XP, it's not as much. I know it's a little bit slower, but it's also a lot faster. Let's see if this one can die to 1 low kick. Oh, nice. Right, let's check these levels. So we got 44 on Masquerade, whatever it's called. Right, yes. So we can get 1 more on Leo. Yeah, so I don't know whether you saw all of the new channel redemption things. Obviously, I'm asking not for you not to use them right now. It will be for the new challenge. But it's sort of like, as I said, I want them to be a bit more, be very interactive. So the idea would be something along the lines of you're watching along and you want to do some raids, you can redeem the Paldean one, do a raid. If you want to pick a certain legendary to go after in DAs, there's the DA redemption. So you could go, I want to hunt Lunala, for example, for 2 raids. As long as somebody has the path, they can claim it. Oh yeah, Squover is horrendous to do. I even got one in here where I couldn't tell you what it looks like. And the other sort of things in there are things sort of like... I've forgotten what I put. I know I made them all. So there is... Again, I've got this one for the Shiny Vault. This is more for... what I'm doing is doing gifted subs for Shinies. If people just come in for new. So the idea is you can check it for 100 coins. And I can show you what we've got. Then... So it's play 30 minutes, pick 30 minutes of Let's Go Shiny Hunt. So you could go and hunt a Pidgey, for example, and I have to do 30 minutes on a Pidgey. The Paldea raid is literally stop what I'm doing. I can pick the raid, but I could pick the easy thing. I could just pick the one nearest to me. We've got a sort of lock to a PLA map for 30 minutes, which it means I can reset the map. But it means if you pick Obsidian Fieldlands, that's where I will shiny hunt for 30 minutes. The Scarlet and Violet one is, as it says, we'll just hunt for something in the game. I will probably put a little asterisk next to that saying if I'm on Scarlet, it could be a Scarlet only, etc. Again, the Dynamax means you get 2 raids in that. There is still the channel points for the normal shinies, not the legendaries. Sword and Shield, because it's so hard, that's why it's 50,000. And the legendary hunt is 250,000 because that means we'll be probably doing DAs until we get the legendary. Welcome in, boy from Belgium. How are you today? How are things in the land of Belgiums? I am just doing a little bit of levelling up with the Blissey and Chansey grind, pretty much. Because you know how broken this must be. Yeah, that's why I kind of put the sword and shield one quite high. Because it is very hard. We did like 3 streams just hunting for like Nickel and Zigzagoon and we didn't get anywhere near it. So, yeah. I'm probably going to stick around here until the ducklet is ready so I can actually put some other stuff in the team to level up as well. She is still on the way to that. You're nearly there though, that's the key thing. That was what was important. I know this isn't like... It's better than what we were doing, shall we say, for the hunting. So I've got to face the ground titan in a bit with a flying team. It's not going to be difficult. I've got a pretty large selection of flying types. Right, I do want to put some more things that need to be trained. Especially the things that we haven't used yet. That'll do for now. Because if we get the right thing trained up, we could go straight into the Psychic Jing straight after. But we still have 2 raids to do as well. I do still have that. I don't really know whether I want to do the raids, to be honest, but I'll see. Maybe I could say if it's too hard, I walk away and I just sacrifice the raid. Right, that's another one. I've also got to be a bit careful with the level on this. We may just put Poly... Yeah. Oh no, we got Jump Bluff we still need to train if I did decide to use Jump Bluff. Yeah. I put a very cheaply made sandwich on, so... Okay, yes, I get that. That would make sense. I know that, as I said, Squireford is one that has eluded me a lot. But before we go too wrong here, right, we said that we were going to just level everything up to, well, Clive's ace is 61. Gira's is 62. What do we have here? Penny's ace is 63 and Arvin's is 63, so we won't do those 2. So I think we just level everything up to 61. That seems fair. I'm not overly worried about the Steel Titan because I'm going to take in probably 2 flying water types. I could take in my Star Raptor. That might be the more favourable one because I've got a lot of normal types. But I do also have Jump Bluff, which could be used. Again, we'll worry about moves a bit later. Right, so Kilowattrel. I don't think Kilowattrel's coming, so it's going to go and actually sit in that box. What else? This one's miles back. We should do Spoink because our psychics are a long way off. I probably will, but remember I will only be using each type once. That's the key thing to remember. That's what the wheel will be. If I get the dual types, again, this is more just for fun. I'm not going to be ultra strict, but it just seems to make a little bit more sense just to stick with something like that for now. Again, we'll worry about all the moves when we actually need the moves. Ooh, who's evolving? The swine up. If we can teach this ancient power, we get our Mammo swine. We done ground type yet? I don't think we have we? Maybe? I keep forgetting what are the 5 left. I think it's still psychic. No, we've done ground. I don't know why I've just leveled this up. I think it's here because it's a pain and I wanted to level it up actually. Yes, we should really do that. So that can be leveled up. I know there are a few Pokemon that have the dual typings that could get used twice, but that's just how this rolls. So that's why I could go 61 and do the Clive battle and then get the type for the 2 types for the Clive battle, and then we can just work our way through the rest to level 62 maybe. But I've got to get there first. I've still got 5 more gyms to beat. So yeah, that's just got to be remembered. I've still got to beat these gyms. Like, there is a possibility things go very wrong. I know this fairy base can be difficult with the wrong team. I've definitely had problems here before. The fighting gym, again, because I like to do a lot of setup, the fighting gym is usually pretty easy, but it's also what I've got to be very careful with. The psychic gym is also a bit annoying, and the trainers before it are a lot more difficult than they need to be. I found in the past, so that's fine. There's still the Titan one. Fine, I'm fine with the Titan. The Ice Gym, it all depends on the typing. We've got a big miss when we didn't get flying there, which could have been horrendous. How long do we have left on the sandwich? We still have. We're only going to do this until the sandwich is finished, and then we'll stop. I might as well use the whole time limit I gave myself, or I'm pretty much wasting a sandwich. And as you can see, the Blissies are spawning up here, so that is good. And we'll probably have to come back down here and do some stuff in a little bit anyway, between the two, depending on which Pokemon we get. That's why I'm doing a bit of the training now, just to save a little bit of time. Now, it seems to make sense in my head. Probably doesn't, but the other question is, will we get a shiny today? And going back to the redemption, so part of the point of me doing Pick the Legend for the DA adventures is kind of like, we do a lot of DAs and we will not be changing that. Oh, too close. Blissey. So the idea is that instead of me always picking the same old legendary, others can help pick some for us, pretty much. Because again, it'll be a brand new living dex. We won't have any legendaries caught. I know we're not quite at like the DA stage, but the DA stage is easy to get to. I don't really care if I'm doing it with full odds or shiny charm odds, to be honest. It's going to make no difference for the challenge. So that is kind of why we're doing it that way. But I will be, basically, I'm going to be sort of playing through the games on stream from scratch. But I will get the DA Pokemon for Sword and Shield. I'll be speedrunning all of them. Like, I'm not going to be going slowly at all. There's no, like, what items can we find? It's just basically getting through them. I will cheese the shiny charm into existence with my living dexes on home, so I'll just be transferring them in and out so I can get the the full dex is done. The only thing I need to actually do is play a little bit of Scarlet to get all of the Paradox ones. Look, don't ask me why I don't have them all saved, but I don't. I was trying to do trades, but I kept getting the foreign ones, so we got a little bit picky of what we had on the team, to be honest. I do have to be very careful with our Pokemon here, because it is about to overlevel. Well, welcome in, ironically. How are you doing? We are just preparing our team for the Steel Titan, or the Ground Titan even. And you know what I should have done, which I've completely forgotten, was I should have gone and got the Titan Bombardier. So I should have got that done, to be honest. But never mind. Bye-bye, Blissey. Okay, so I can get one more level on this. Then we have to put it away for good. Yeah, so you're still on the Masuda Yamask. How many are you up to nowadays? Did you see that I got the Ferroseed this morning in Friend Safari? It was very nice. But we just threw ourselves on a normal sandwich, and you know yourself that this is the easy way to level up in this game. It doesn't matter about the Annihilate bit. I have to stop at 61 because that'll be its next battle. So I will have to put it away now. I do need to figure out what to use for a bit. Like Tink could work. Tink must be... No, you're physical, aren't you? You might work. Oh no, Tink's over leveled now. That's a bit bad. Hopefully we don't get still. Or we are in trouble. Actually, you're at the level we need. Who else hits physically? You do. You'll be alright, I think. Gengar has no moves. You... bit too... Well, actually, you've got physical moves. You'll do. What else shall we put on the team? We'll put Poliwrath on for a little while. Right. Now we'll put this at the top. I think this will be the strongest for a couple of battles. Now, we've only got about 5 minutes left. Nope, not you. We don't want to take you on. Where have the Blissies gone? Where have the sandwich finished? No, we've got 5 minutes. Oh, that's not what we are after. We can still use this, it'll knock it out probably. Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of... Because Scarlet and Violet is so much easier to get encounters, it's kind of nice to shiny hunt compared to Sword and Shield. It's weird because I think there's still a divide of people who really enjoy random encounters, and some people who enjoy just being able to see the shiny. And that's kind of what we're sort of split between at the moment, isn't it? We're sort of in the middle of everybody sort of enjoying both. I'm hoping this can one-shot. No, not even half it. Okay, you're not a good physical hitter, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of what we're all sort of enjoying. That didn't even hurt it. That must be a special move. I don't want to use this Pokemon then. I think that's what we're discovering. And again, that's why we're all in the DAs, to get everything. Yes, definitely that. Did I actually pick up a water stone? I think we sort of said that it's probably going to become a polyrath. No, it's a bit too low a level. We'll use this. This should be fine, right? Does it have physical moves? It should do. No. No. It has Ice Fang. It might be enough to knock out a Chansey, I guess. For a couple of battles anyway. You can go to the top. We've only got a couple of minutes left anyway on this sandwich, so if I can get the poly whirl up a little bit more, it could work really well, but I guess I shouldn't really evolve it just in case. That's good. Because if I do, but the thing is I want an extra fighting type. And I've still got my raids to go and do as well, so there is that. We don't need to learn move right now. I will say though that I did not know what shiny Glalie looked like until Robin got one in the Zekrom raids we were doing yesterday. Did not know it had like bright red eyes. It was brilliant shiny. I was expecting it to be kind of boring. Actually, I do have to be careful with this team, so I think this team cannot go over 45. Yes, we have to take Spoinker or Grampig out. We still got poison to use, so we may put that in. Yeah. What have we got left on our sandwich? 2 minutes. Okay. Fair enough. I just don't think I'd ever actually seen one. I was always looking at the shell being slightly different. It was later today because the dentist and everything. For the most part, we won. I think we lost one in like 3 hours. But that was the only shiny we got between us the whole night. Oh no. It was a weird night, really. Yeah, I think that's what I was looking for, that slight colour change on the shell more. Hadn't really ever looked any further. But I think this will be the last one we battle, and then we'll go and do this battle. Now we're going to do our raids. Remember, we've got 2 raids we're allowed to do. Oh, that's not good. Okay, that's fine. I think most of them are ones like, I think the colour of the body is one of those perfect examples of one that you don't think it's going to be one you notice and then you see it. It's brilliant. Actually, Mamoswine is already at the right. Don't need Mamoswine again. Right. You can go in here. So I'm thinking Pelipper. We'll put you in here for now. You're not coming with me. Sorry, Noodle. So we're only allowed 3 Pokemon for this, which is kind of my rule. It is flying types. So what ones would you pick out of these selections? I feel like I've lost one of my flying types. Did I put it somewhere else? Did I put one in here? Oh, no. Oh, I put Kilowattrel in there because it's not much help at all. So of these 6, Swanna, Pelipper, Staraptor, Jumpluff, Masquerain or Noctowl, which ones would you pick for these 3? I kind of think Noctowl is a bit pointless, if I'm being honest. So I'm automatically taking that one out. But I think we can work with the rest, if we're honest. Because we have the still version of this Titan, which has the moves. If it loads up, it has the moves Rapid Spin, Iron Head, Knock Off, and Stomping Tantrum. So Stomping Tantrum's already not going to work on any of these. I don't have a psychic type, so knockoff is not too much of a threat. And Ironhead will be the one that hits. Yes, that's going to be this battle. It's the Paradox Titan. I'm pretty confident with this one, to be honest, with what I've got on the table. If I'm honest, like, I think grass is not neutral, is it? Not strong against it. It would have been nice to have Halucha. That's why I'm looking at Staraptor as an option as well. I keep calling it the Steel Titan because I'm so used to the Steel typing in this game. I always forget. So I think Jumpluff might not be much help either, if I'm honest. So I'll put Jumpluff away. So this box is now over full. These are all the ones that can't be used, basically. Yes, that's what I was thinking. I can teach. I was going to set the moves up at the end. Yeah, it would be good for support, again. I was looking at the likes of the fact I've got Pelipper and Swanna with the water moves. Could be very good as well. This has Drizzle, so again the water move will hit very hard. That's the other way of looking at it. Scold, does it learn Scold or do I have to find Scold? I don't think it's learned Scold yet. It's a special attacker, so Bubble Beam might be fun. We'll keep default, we'll get rid of default, why not? So we're sort of saying maybe not use this. Masquerain, it's probably the one. It probably should learn it, but I might not have got the TM yet because I think it's not a level up move. So we'll say we'll put this one away as well. So we'll just make another box. So these will be my 3 to use. I think the Drizzlemon should go first because it would probably break the Sandstorm. I know this would probably be better to use a bit later in the game, but it really doesn't get many good water moves, does it? Do I have Scald? Nope, I have Chilling Water. That could be kind of good, Chilling Water. Or I have Terror Blast. What is your terror? Dragon. So that's not much help. So, I could teach it Weather Ball. Does it learn Weather Ball? Not in this game, it doesn't. Sadly. That's why I'm thinking maybe this, because then I'll start taking some of its physical attack down as well with the water boost. I know it's not as hard hitting, but I feel like Pelipper should take most damage. I could actually go and buy an assault vest, I reckon. And maybe it could just sort of tank everything for a while. I'm not going to do any setup on it. And we got close combat on here. Do we have U-turn? No. That would have been kind of fun if I had U-turn. But I think these 3 should handle it pretty well without too many problems. Right, let's get the map up. Luckily, I think the assault vest is in the town next to the desert. Oh, I've got to do the raids. I've got to go and do raids. I forgot. I'm allowed my 2 raids. I should really go and do them. I could go, yeah. We'll go there as well. We'll be here. Let's see. I want to filter from learnable TMs. Yes. Yes. Okay. We would like water. I have water pulse and chilling water. All I've actually unlocked. Oh no. And so what can you... No, you can't learn any. What can you learn? I've only unlocked 3. So we're not very good with the TMs. It's a very strange sort of phase in the game where you haven't really unlocked very much. Post-game, everything's so unlocked, you just forget that it's all unlocked. But the only problem is if it does use knockoff, it might hurt a lot more. So maybe Assault Vest isn't the best idea. I think we could just wing it with what we've got, if I'm honest. I don't think this is going to be a challenge, if I'm honest. Did I unlock the watchtower? No, I didn't. Okay, we'll go to Kitakami first. We'll try our one allotted raid. We'll just go here because it's closest. We've still got so many encounters we can do as well, which we just haven't been doing them because we've always had enough. It is pretty hard. It does hit pretty hard. But as I said, I've got Drizzle, and I'm going to try and just use Chilling Water, which should cripple its attack after a couple. That's why I was looking at the Assault Vest. A Vulpix, that's not a bad one, is it? I'll change my Pokemon. Right, I probably want to use Annihilate. Because it's only a Steel type, so I should be alright. Yeah, I had Nuzlocke lose a Pokemon because Cerebi had the wrong moveset for the Titan. And I was pretty upset I lost something. So with my guide I used Bulbapedia, not Cerebi. Because when the guide I looked at said it didn't have a ground move, which I thought was very strange, but I trusted it and it was the wrong thing to do. Right, we'll just use close combat. We should one-shot this Vulpix with a level 60 odd Annihilate. Anyone got a nickname for a Vulpix? Plenty to pick from. We will catch with... We've got some of the other balls. We might as well use them, right? What has happened here? Why have you frozen? There we go. Sorry, my Twitch thing froze. It's being a bit annoying. Twitch itself is fine, but the stream manager is being a bit annoying. So, Nine-tailed Fox is the name that we would like. Okay, we will go with that. What do you think of putting channel points up for nicknames in the future? Again, you say you've got quite a lot, so we could do something with them there. It could be something we work on. I'm just trying to find new ways to get... Okay, we'll change it the other way around. We could do polls as well, yes. That does also imply that more than one person makes a suggestion, which at the moment we don't. Oh yeah, with the channel points, yes. 9. Tail box. It's very difficult just to try and find as many different things as possible. Yeah, we could do that as well. Like I say, I'm open to listening to ideas because at the end of the day, I want to just try and make as much interactivity as possible with what we're doing. It's no, if I'm the only one doing anything, I feel sometimes that I'm not doing enough for everyone to be involved. So I'm going to target this one. I know it's another steel one, but it's the closest one. I'm a bit lazy. We know this, that we don't like doing too many wandering arounds. Ironically, did you get any shinies with Ember in the end yesterday or not? From what I saw, not many people were getting shinies. Oh yeah, I can't fly yet. You wouldn't believe that I did probably give or take 10 hours of shiny hunting yesterday in DAs and I didn't get a single shiny. And I'm not even saying just the legendaries, just the normal ones. I'm on a proper drought at the moment. It seems to be haunting us, these shinies, don't they? And because I'm not ready, because I'm saving up for the next challenge, which won't start until at least the 5th. I don't want to be doing too much shiny hunting. Proper shiny hunting. I don't mind doing the DAs, but I don't want to be searching in this game or Legends Arceus. Because once that's unlocked, we'll be going a lot heavier on shiny hunting again. But again, lots of DAs. We're going to be swapping through at least 4 games. We're going to do a Sword and Shield day, Scarlet and Violet, Legends Arceus, and probably a day on Let's Go. So we're going to have so much that we're going to be going through game-wise. Shall we just call this Jenny? No, Joy. We'll call this one Joy because of the anime, I guess. It has Shadow Ball. Excuse me? When did Chansey learn Shadow Ball? And again, once we get the second Switch, we'll be playing. If we need, like yesterday, sometimes we had 4 people, sometimes we had 2, 3, but I will be using the second Switch to fill in the extra gaps in DAs that I'm doing. And then if I go and join people who are streaming that I'm not involved in, I'll be using my old copy, and any shinies I get in that will be put into the shiny vaults for claiming. Oh, they will be. They will be. That's what I mean. They're the 5 games we're going to be playing. What I say, I've got Scarlet Violet, Sword and Shield, Legends Arceus, Let's Go, and I will be putting BDSP in there, but I'm not going to touch BDSP until I finish the game of Legends Arceus. As in, got the Arceus and everything. Pretty much. Because I just don't see the point. Because I'll be, again, speedrunning it. I don't know if you do. But you can. It's not the greatest game, to be honest. If you like radar hunting, it might be quite good. But otherwise, it's a little bit slow compared to the other games because it's still the old system of playing the game, pretty much. And if you're not comfortable with the old system of playing the game, you probably won't enjoy it. Right, let's go and do this Titan and see how badly it goes. I only have, I think I only have Eevee, but unless I really enjoy it, I'm not going to go and get the other one. I think that's going to be the best way, and it's the same with the BDSP. I've got one. The only reason I would get the other is for a second Arceus, but don't really need it. Whoop, that was easy for once. I get it, I get it. I don't know whether they'll drop in price when the Switch 2 comes out or not. Like, you can get second hand of both Pikachu and Brilliant Diamond for around 30ish with the right locations. Are you going to get the new Snap and Mystery Dungeon and stuff like that, or just like the core games? This thing is very big. Can I just get, yeah, so rapid spin. Okay, he wants to get faster, which is fine. Okay. Okay. I'm sure this was going to be harder. Didn't somebody say this was a hard battle? Not going to mention names. Somebody told me that was going to be hard. Because I actually have, for some reason, well, there's the story behind it, but I have 2 copies of the new Snap. And I also have a mystery dungeon, which I never completed because I was trying to Professor Oak it. So I'm still sort of in the first phase of the game. But that was surprisingly a lot easier than I was expecting. All that hard work was for nothing. But as we said, the good thing about this bit of the game is that the next gym is actually 45 as well. And I do get 2 more raid dens. But we'll make sure we win this first, just in case it is a bit harder than we thought it would be. I think Violet, if you don't get the DLC, is about 35 to 40. Yeah, I don't know why Eevee is more expensive. Because I actually had a little peek at the prices, and on Amazon there was a second-hand copy for 30 of Pikachu, but Eevee's like 45 to 50, and it doesn't make sense. They're the same game. And the same with like BDSP. Like the closest I got to getting them is Music Magpie actually lost my order in the post. That I think I was buying it for about 21. But that's about it really. Well, I did a little bit less this time. Who have we got on my team? Is it Skull Villain? Yes. Well, then it's a good job that I've got the Pikachu one then. No, I've got the Eevee one, haven't I? The thing is, it all depends on just how much patience I have to actually play the game. Because I said before, I get a little bit frustrated with the game. So if I'm not enjoying it, I probably won't be playing it much. But that was relatively easy. Hello Sarah, welcome in. How are you doing today? You're just in time to see the Wheel of Destiny pick what type of Pokemon we use next. We've just beaten the latest boss. Fair enough. Well, hopefully today will be a little bit smoother. I know some days have been dragging for you recently, you said. So hopefully you can have a little bit lighter of a day. That's why I haven't committed to getting both copies yet, to be honest. If I'm not enjoying it, I don't want to have said I bought both, just to do the same thing. I should do a little bit of research to see how many different Pokemon are in the Pikachu compared to the Eevee game. I think it's sort of like your general, like your Oddish and your Bellsprout. One of them's not in it. And probably Vulpix, Growlithe, again, can get them in this easily. The only one that's going to be a bit frustrating is probably Pinsir. But again, with ZA around the corner and Megas coming back, Pinsir should be in there. So I can look at it that way as well. And also part of the grander plan for the Shiny Hunting Challenge will be to get every single Mega Shiny separately and every single G-Max Shiny separately. So, I get that, trust me. I have been the biggest person to complain about the Let's Goes. But, right, where is the Wheel of Destiny? Yeah, that was my fear, that they would be in different games. Well, this could go very, very badly. Let's have a look at what we can face here. So first we've got Nemona, which is fine. I can put a team, I can use anything against Nemona. Water is not pretty with Florges there, and Gardevoir. Armatel is no priority moves, Ghost is useless, and it has a bite. So we're probably looking at something buggy as the best option here. But we'll just wait and see. Let's just see. Oh, we'll come back. Let's get through this cutscene. We hate the cutscenes so much. Right, let's see. Yeah, as I said, I've been one of the biggest people to complain about Let's Go and just wanting to be able to play it with a controller and sort of just time the buttons. That's all I ask for. Because when you play it handheld, you can play it naturally, like a proper console. But when you're playing it on a TV or on a screen like I will be here, I have to play with the silly Joy-Con throwing stuff, and I hate it. Which is why I'm also very reluctant to get both. But let's get this Wheel of Destiny up. So, what do you think our typing for the Psychic Gem will be? These are all that are left. I'm worried about water. Obviously, poison is bad. And Dragon's not exactly perfect either, because they've got a Gardevoir and a Florges with a fairy move. So, this could go really badly. It would be fun to do Psychic versus Psychic. But let's have a look. Let's see what we get given. Okay, we got water. Okay. So the reason I don't like the idea of water is to have grass moves. But we can work with water. We'll remove that. So we've only got 4 left. Right, we'll get rid of the wheel and we'll get back to the big screen. So I can see better. So we will be allowed 4 for this battle because she has 4. She has a Farafrig, Gardevoir, a Spaffra, and Florges. So I think we can work with that. We've got 2 more raid dens to go and do. We'll put our flying team away for now. But otherwise, we're pretty good. So we've got ice. It's kind of scary. Yeah, they should be okay. I've got to just double check a few of my terrors as well. Remember, we do have Masquerain, which again is bug, which could come in clutch. Now, is it bug water or flying water? It might be bug. It might be water flying, mightn't it? No, I think it's bug flying. I think it loses the water typing. I don't know. We'll look in a minute. That one could have been quite a clutch one to have. I don't really want to go and get any more water types for this battle, if I'm honest. If I can get away with what we've got, I think we'll be alright. Like, the only one that might be interesting to go for is Crawdon, because of the dark type. That could be a good one to go for. And we've got the Foulhorn Gorge. We can still catch something in. But we'll do our raids and see what we get. And then we'll go and beat up some Blissies and put a squad together. What we'll do is we'll get all of our water types up to level 45. And then we'll put the team together for that battle. That seems like the most sensible thing to do. The other option again is we go Politoed instead of Poliwrath, which has been on the table. We haven't really declared which one we were going with. But we'll see what we've got first. We've also got to make our way up there, so we have to go through the cavern. We could go and do that first. Oh dear. Well, hopefully it won't take too long to get it back. Now, we'll go up to this town because we need to unlock it anyway. I can... Actually, I better take the Pelipper out just in case it levels up. If I face something and it levels up, it kind of ruins everything, doesn't it? So Pelipper and Swanna can go here. They're two water types we can use. We'll put you in. And you. We also have Cloyster, which could become interesting. And of course we got a Wiglet. And we've got this. Right, so we've got plenty to pick from. So that's why I'm not overly desperate to go and get something. Right, where are we going? Where are we going? We're going up the hill first. Hey, hello Ghastly. We've already got one of you. I would have preferred one of you, but we can't be overly picky. Right. Oh yeah, we can go. We should have gone and got this as well. We'll get that later. Because I just don't want to mess up. Well, I should be fine. It's like level 20. Now, we still haven't caught the Orthworm. Or the... we can go and get the Steel Titan for wherever we end up needing it. Like, for example, if we have to do the dragon, the Titan Dragon, I probably won't go and get the Steel Titan until we need the Elite Four training done, because it's going to be no good. It will just die to any water moves, so, as we've just seen. Now, we can get an encounter in this cave. I do feel like I need to get a dragon, so I'm really leaning towards a Gibble, if I'm honest. But again, we've got a couple of raids. Like Sableye would also be good, but we've got most of that covered. We don't really want one of that. That's why I think Gibble might be the best for in here. Or at least a dragon. I think I've got Bagon in this game, haven't I? I always forget which is which. Just don't want these. Pretty much. Toxtricity would also be awesome. I still want to use one more often than not. And I forget the way through this cave sometimes. I just sort of know I go this way until we stop being able to move. We could have gone to Dunsparce. That would have been an interesting one. Can I climb or fly now? No, it's fly. See, you can always forget that I haven't played enough of this game. But we can always come back here and do this encounter. There's no rush to do it. I think I've actually just gone round in a circle, if I'm honest. That definitely looks like another exit I've come through already. Let's just keep going up. I thought I would have missed it. I was hoping to get something that's not quad weak to ice. That's why I'm hoping that's something better in here. Because again, I don't really want to use a dragon team against the ice team. Especially if I've got a quad weakness. That's kind of what I'm trying to avoid at the moment. Because I've already got the Appleton, which is going to die very quickly. Yes, it's up here. It's just trying to figure out which is the best. And remember, I think I don't get Salamence, do I? That's the other problem. I don't know what level all of the dragons evolve at. I should know all this, but I don't, because I've never really been too big a fan of the dragon typings. Usually because they are very, very weak to ice, and most of the time you get them really late in the game, and if you get them late in the game, they're just not as nice to use, I think. Like, one thing that could be quite cool if I did do it was I could get a Cyclozar. Still got the east area too we can get an encounter in. Right. So what I need to do is find a raid then. I won't run around this city really. So you'll do to start with. So we do our 2 raid dens, then we will go back and fight some more blissies. Just be careful not to do an encounter here. Don't want to run into something. That's not helpful, if we're honest. What's this? A Knackley. That's actually not a bad one to go. I know it's a really low level, but it was one that I kind of wanted in this run anyway, so I'll take it. Do we call this Steve or something along the lines of something out of the Minecrafty world? I don't want to just call it Minecraft because that's pretty much what everyone's called it over the years. But I'm happy to go with something else. Rocky? We can go Rocky. Again, I didn't really need to worry too much about this, because it is quite a low level, and it is a fire type today, so that is fine. We'll get there. Will we get the win? Blocky? What about Rocky the Blocky, if that fits? I will also go and do the one at Kitakami, and then we'll do the Blissey stuff. I need to check my sandwiches, but I could probably use the Star Raptor for it, which could work in my favour. Might as well stick with that. Well, that's what, as I say, when we get to the shiny thing, we're going to sort of make it available so people can nickname, and because we're going to be doing the nicknames, they will be for the shiny Pokemon. I might do something in there like stop what you're doing and go and catch 5 random Pokemon. That's sort of almost like a trolley type thing. But I could make it so you pick the Pokemon as well, so it could mean I have to go to the other side of the map or something. Obviously legendaries are off the table, but it has to be the game I'm playing, not change game to go and catch it. Does it fit though? No. Try this again. I can't do it on that screen, I have to wait. We'll change it in a minute. I always forget. It gets so frustrating because we did some stuff on Sword and Shield. You have to, or one of them, you have to change all the nicknames, don't you? You have to delete the words, and I keep going the wrong way. Rocky. The Rocky Blocky. Now we'll call it Rocky Blocky. That fits. Just okay. So you can go into this box because you can't be used anyway. Sadly, we are running a bit low on what we've got to use. I do really, and I've got 2 sidekicks. Right, what have we got? Let's just sort this. That we've still got type wise. We've got 4 poisons. We've got a duplicate still, so Bronzong can still be used twice, and that was our shiny. And we've only got 1 dragon. That's all we've got left to use. So there are 4 types. Okay. Let's see what Kitakami has in a different gym, in a different raid. Shall we try this one? Not too far to go. Again, we don't... Do we want to go and get Crawdon? I kind of do, you know. I think it could be very, very helpful. And it's good coverage for my dark types too. Because currently my dark types are what? Houndoom. I know we're going to get the potential of all of the ruins Pokemon. I don't really know how I'm going to do that, to be honest, because it could be just a stream of hunting them all down. That's a normal Wooper, which we don't have a normal Wooper. I've got the Paldean, but technically Quagsire and Clodsire are completely different species, aren't they? It's different if it was a split evolution line. It's fine. I'm not going to use this for this gym because, as we said, there's some grass type moves. This will just die, but I might level it up. And even with it's a ground type as well, isn't it? Just what we needed. But we should be able to pretty much one-shot this. It is only level 12. I am surprised I'm still getting 1-star raids with 6 badges. I thought they would have stopped the 1 stars when you get 6 badges. If I am completely honest. Anyone got a nickname for a Wooper? We'll put you in a hill ball, you're sort of that colour. That'll work. We haven't done... Yeah, so, as I say, I'm going to go and get a Crawdont. I think we can work with that. I think it's a good idea. Because again, it does have dark typing, which I know isn't going to be perfect, but I could terror it into water. No. Can't use it again. What about Armless the second? That could work. Well, we could go with that. Not a problem. Dots. That's definitely too long. We can't go with it is only a scratch. We'll go with dots then. It's not... that can sit in the box for now. Like I said, we're going to do a lot of training up. I've said before that I'm going to probably just make a sandwich and do 30 minutes of Blissey destroying again. So I think it's safe to say we won't be using the poly in this battle, I don't think. So if we did make that a Poliwrath, we could just keep going past the level cap. Because I don't really have any good physical hitters that are high enough level. Or maybe Boldor could do some work. Oh yeah. Right, Crawdont. The other reason why I think this will be not too bad to get is I don't think there's anything truly new in this area that's going to make any difference to our team. So they're pretty much all just water types and flying types, and I've got the flying types. It is funny, it may get used in this battle, you never know. I'm happy to take suggestions on which 4 we take into the Psychic Gym as well. If I'm honest. Right, there's one. And once I've caught this, I'll show you my options. I don't know if you've been just lurking or hearing or anything, but I might as well say what they all are. But we've got quite a lot of options, to be honest. And anyone got a nickname for a crawfish or a crawdont? I've pretty much just put everything in there, so as we said, we're going to beat up Blissies and just sort of working our way through. Mr. Krabs, Oh, I like how everyone brings up something about SpongeBob, and I don't know anything about SpongeBob. We'll mix everything together. Let's just see. I'm willing to take a few options. So between like Dragon, Boy from Belgium, or anyone else watching, which 4 of these would you take into the Psychic Gym? So our options are probably a Poliwrath. I want to probably push that to become Dreadnought, Cloyster, Wugtrio, Barrascuda, Pelipper, Swanna, Quagsire, or Crawdont. That's our options. I was wondering what you think would be the best. Yeah, that's it. Then we'll go and while we wait for answers, we'll go back over here and make a sandwich. Where are we going? Up here. Remember, don't get too close. Maybe the Dreadnought, okay. See, part of me is thinking at least 2 of those ones for sure. I'm thinking potentially Barrascuda just because if I'm going to lose something, it's Barrascuda. I don't need it. As I said, I'm kind of scared of the moves that can... the 2 grass moves, basically. We'll just get rid of Quick Attack for now. And then we'll level this up. Because I'm looking at the Barrascuda and it probably learns Crunch at some stage. So even if it just beats one of them, it's something. Which would be quite nice. That's my thinking. But Dreadnought again probably has Crunch, but it'll be terrible against the grass types. That's my fear. If I'm honest, because we know that there's a couple of grass moves. That's shiny. No, that's a normal one. Right, picnic time. Oh. Hello, sir. Can you go somewhere else, sir? You don't need to stand there for now, right? Stupid bird. Okay, so that's a good one. What I'm going to do is just sort of level everything up anyway, so it's not like, oh, payback. Oh, I hate this silly bird. Well, at least everything leveled up a bit there. I'll probably find out I don't have the ingredients to do this now. I'm not putting like a level 3 sandwich. I don't know. Do I have what I need? Yes, I do. That's good. Like, we were fine with this one last time. We did half an hour. We leveled Annihilate up for the end game, so that's kind of what Staraptor's going to do. I think we're all agreeing that Poliwrath is not going to be much help, so we don't need to worry too much. Oh, thank you for the luck, Mr. Belgium. Good luck with your shamans. Yes, I think this works for me. Like, I haven't got too much to do, but at least this leveling up is a lot quicker than what we were doing last night. The last 2 days we've done this, we've just pretty much spent the whole stream leveling up everything just for one battle. So, but now we can do this. It takes half the time, well, a quarter of the time, most of it. And I feel like we 100% do the Psychic Gym. the next gym is a bit more difficult. It may be collecting the team more than anything else. And we're just going to start with whatever we see. Well, congratulations for beating the rock gym. How is the team looking nowadays? We managed to beat the ground titan relatively easily, to be honest. But we're preparing for the psychic gym now, which I have to use a water team, which is not terrible. It's just I've got a lot of water Pokemon, and I can only take 4 with me. So I was trying to put together my best selection, but I might as well level them all up. That's what the goal is at the moment. And you asked yesterday about what gives the best experience. You'll see by watching this just how fast we level up by dealing with these Pokemon. Pretty much every Blissey battle is giving me a level. No worries, Dragon. Hopefully the coffee's good. Or the tea. But we've been down here once already leveling up for that last battle. The only thing that's a little bit annoying today is there's a Floatzel outbreak. But we've also, none of our Pokemon, the water ones, can go over level 45 at the moment. Staraptor can go up to level 61 because we've done all our encounters with it. So that's going to be for the end game. We've already done that with our Annihilate. So, yeah. Very nice. That's a strong all-round team. Are you going to do another challenge at the end, or is it just like rotating your different Nuzlocke through? Because I don't know if I'm going to do another Nuzlocke really. Like, I like them, but I really want to get back to the proper shiny hunting days that I was meant to be doing when we started this concept of doing streaming. And while I'm going to ask, don't redeem them, there have been a couple more channel rewards put in the selection. They're quite high value ones, and they're actually for next month. If they're interesting, let me know. If you think they're a bit rubbish, let me know. I don't really care if I can change things if people think they're really bad. But it's more when we do the shiny hunting challenges. That's kind of why they're there. I feel like I could just evolve the what's it called? Evolve the Poliwrath. Welcome in, Sir Lord Timothy the Great. How are you? Welcome to the TypeLocke. We are doing our basic grinding for the Psychic Gym. So we've got to do the Psychic Gym with the water Pokemon. I've got quite a lot to level up, to be honest. I am doing good, thank you. I've had a lot of fun with this challenge, to be honest. Like, we spin the wheel per gym or boss battle, and what we get is what we've got to beat it with. So we've had some horrible matchups, we've had some good matchups, but we get, like, this game I always find is a little bit easier. Oh, no worry, Halsworth. Hopefully we'll see you in a little bit. But we've kind of been waiting to get to this area just so we can spam some stuff. We're honest. So we can level up a lot quicker. Because the first bit was yeah, which challenge sort of runs are you on at the moment? Like, back in the day I did something called like the Forever Lock, which was a bit crazy. But we're mostly just killing a little bit of time before the Switch 2 comes out. If we're honest, because the idea is going to be to build a brand new shiny living dex on the Switch 2. I should have been a bit more careful because I think one of mine is very close to going over leveled. Look at all the blissies. Why did I not get these down there? Okay, no, they're not over leveled. That's good. We don't want them over leveled because that'll ruin the run. No, it just means I can lose one of them and it won't be too helpful. We have got one shiny on this run as well, which was our Bronzong. Least exciting shiny because I've played a lot of Legends Arceus in the past, so I've seen them so many times. 44 was okay. Get one more on the Dreadnought and then we can take it out. Yeah, so what sort of runs do you tend to do? I've been sort of mixing around a few ideas that I've wanted to do. Like one of the very original concepts I had was to try and beat every single gym leader with a different Pokemon throughout every game. But let's take you out. We've already said we're not taking Poliwrath, so I can let that over level a bit more. We're currently doing a shiny only Gen 1 playthrough. Is that literally on red blue? Or is that sort of on one of the variations of it over the years? Because I know you can like look at the stats to see whether it's shiny, can't you? Because I know somebody did that with, they literally reset it for a Aerodactyl for ages. And technically they do, but they don't, if that makes sense. So they have the ability to have shinies. So it's something to do if you look at the stats, and the stats will tell you if it's going to be shiny or not. There is like a complex way of working it out, but it can be a bit annoying. But it is basically you reset and check all the stats of whatever you've got, and it will be. I've seen someone do it. That's the thing. Like somebody who's like a friend of the channel that I watch, called Cooper, did the Aerodactyl. So I've seen someone do it. It's just a lot of patience and a lot of almost behind the scenes sort of stuff you've got to do to make it work. It's not as simple as catching it, putting it in the other game. You can just read all its stats and then it has the potential to be shiny more than anything else. It's very, very time consuming. Yes. So it's one that you've got to really commit to doing if you're going to go with it. Like we said, we're going to make this Poliwrath. We might as well do that now. Do I have a water stone? Surely I have one. I've got every flavour of stone but water. Yeah, it's definitely a long process. I personally wouldn't do it, but then I wouldn't do any of the 8,000, 1 in 8,000 sort of shiny hunt. But it's worth it when you get it. It's a big achievement. And that's the main thing to take from it. Wiggles wants to learn Sucker Punch. And Crunch. We'll work out our moves later. We do have to be careful not to let this thing die. guess we can do some chances while we wait for more blissies. So Venusaur, Jolteon, Gyarados, Hitmonlee, Aerodactyl, Clefable. Fair enough. It's a nice mixture there. Yeah, I can understand like both ways. I think, as I say, it kind of depends on what you enjoy doing, and some people will enjoy it, some people won't. It's the same with most shiny hunting though. There's methods some people like more than others. Like, you know for a fact that I don't like certain things, but I'm quite happy to do it for this. I think one of the more, I guess technically they're gifts, aren't they? So they don't take as much time. Because they're gifts, you get them straight away, you can just reset the game. It's not like you've got to catch them. If you had to catch them, it would be even more frustrating, I imagine. Oh, where did you come from? You silly little flower. It's more to do with like the reward for the effort put into it. Like the newer games make shiny hunting a lot easier. And some people prefer the older methods that are a lot tougher. Pretty much. Yeah, it's a bit of the flex, which is nice. Like, it's not many people are going to say that they got a Gen 1 Aerodactyl, for example. That's a big achievement, I think. Thank you for the follow and welcome in. We mostly do shiny hunting, to be honest, but because we're waiting for the Switch 2, I just needed a little break from, well, basically I'm doing a bit of a crazy challenge for when the Switch 2 comes out, so my goal is to try and beat, no, it's going to be building a shiny living dex from scratch on the Switch 2 on all the games, brand new save files and everything. So I don't really want to spend, I can't even set the games up until I've got the Switch 2. That's part of the little bits around it. So yeah, we're kind of just sort of floating around until then. We do a lot of Dynamax adventures, if we're honest, which has been like where we've done most of our shiny hunting. We've got quite a lot of legendaries. We've got a few, but I'm kind of waiting for some of the games to be more accessible for free, unmodded, not for free, but unmodded, that makes sense, and streamable on the 3DS or older era. That's my main thing. It's not a problem. Like any of the with the swearing may get modded, but it's better than some of the random stuff you get from other people. We're just here to make sure people come along and enjoy Pokemon no matter where they're from, what they have. The idea is everyone is welcome. No one is isolated from the world that we want to open up. Our community is meant for anyone to just enjoy playing these games and not taking anything they do overly serious, thinking they're better or worse than anyone else. Because everybody has their own ways to play these games. They're single player games at the end of the day. As long as you enjoy it, that's all that's important. Right, Cloyster's nearly ready too. Yeah, so we are doing as a fresh start saves on Sword, Shield, with both DLCs on those. Scarlet, no DLC. Violet with the DLC. Legends Arceus. Let's Go. Eevee. I think that's the one I got. And eventually BDSP. And the idea will be to shiny hunt in those saves with a new trainer ID from scratch to build those living decks. We're still going to open up to play the games with people. DAs are a big thing for this channel. We have a lot of fun doing them. But then I put like little channel redeems, sort of like make us go and do raids or make us go on certain maps and stuff. So hopefully everyone will come along and enjoy that journey, because there's a lot to get through, if we're honest. I do have to be careful with this again, because it's one of these annoying Pokemons. So I'll probably put this in the box now. I will swap you with Golem, I think. You need to go away. I may protect you more than anyone else. You can stay there. We'll get this leveled up a bit. It's mainly to make the next part of the game a little bit more tolerable. Because again, we're doing the Psychic Gym, so I can put together a team of anything for that, if I'm honest. Because for the Mona and the training stuff. Why did I use that with? Oh well. So the thing is, they can't really hurt me physically, so I'm quite happy to go in with things like my Golem, because it will need levelling up like mad. I'm looking at all these Blissies and like, let me go, let me go. Barrascuda is a potential for this battle too, so you can come out. Tink's already quite high level. You're good. You know what? You need some levels. So that'll be good there. But let's just get into a battle and then we read. Right. You did a Chimchar only, never evolved it. Nice. Single other Pokemon in battle other than the Force Double. Nice. They're the funnest challenges. Like, as I said, I used to do something called the Forever Lock, which somebody created, and the concept was to basically nuzlocke every game ever made and get every single Pokemon into a Hall of Fame. So it doesn't mean you finished game 1 and you can just then rebattle the Elite Four. You have to start from the beginning. So it's get a Caterpie, Charizard, Pidgey or something all in one. There's sort of minor little rules around it, but what sort of team building you could do. But it was a lot of fun, but a little bit too much paperwork for my liking at times. Because like one of the things is, just because you catch it in a Nuzlocke means you can then take it into the next one. So for me, I was doing it purely on the Switch, and I'm assuming you would know that most Pokemon can go in all of the Switch games. Or they can bounce between all the Switch games if they're in it. So that was the big challenge for it. I don't think there's one near me, to be honest. Or is that in-game that you're on about? Welcome back, Carsword. We haven't really got too far. We're just continuing our grind here. I might as well just spend 30 minutes doing this, and then we have our teams ready. Crawdont is now leveled up. Nice. We'll get our shiny leveled up then. I should target these first, I think. because we're going to need them sooner. And if I do this now, I won't have to do too much before the next battle. That's my thinking. Now, I don't know if there's one near me in the south, to be honest. Like, London isn't what I consider close enough. Don't do my Twitch name. What do you mean, don't do your Twitch name? Oh. Okay, not sorry about that, Lou. Not a problem. We will try to use that name. If I forget, I will apologise. It will get hard to remember everyone's names if they use... it depends how much. It's one of them. Some people like their names to be more online only. Some prefer them more publicly known. It's our alter egos, right? Right, Quagsire, yeah, can level up, not a problem. I should also see what level the next boss actually is after. What is it? What is... Nope, we're actually going to hit the late game. That's going to be good. The one after this is actually just level 48, so we may go to level 48 on some of these. There's a Blissey. Is that too close? Nope, okay. I know. It's one of those where sometimes, like, the name that your normal name is hard to get on Twitch. So everyone kind of starts making something they like, and then it's hard to change it because you lose your channel points and stuff unless you do the commands to fix it all. I think I've had about 4 or 5 different names on Twitch before we actually started doing the streaming side of things. Right, it all works, doesn't it? That's the thing. As we said, like, mine is a mixture of voices, which is kind of the name I went by on a mobile game for years, and the lock because of the Nuzlocks. Pretty much, that's the only reason why we have it split like it is. I very rarely name anything in any of my games with the lock feature either. We got 7 minutes left on this sandwich. We might as well finish it off. But should I just go for the best all-round team for Lamona or not? That probably is the best option, isn't it? Just to beat her easily. She should have the grass type starter. So Skeledirge. Well, my Skeledirge is a bit over leveled now, actually. I'd rather face Blissies if I'm honest. Let's see what else is here. But we will be back for some DAs tomorrow. We'll be back on our Landorus hunt. Because the stupid Landorus will not shine for anyone. I've tended not to do as much in these games when I'm not online at the moment. I'm taking sort of like the evening time away from them, which isn't okay. It's fine. As I say, once I do the offer challenge, I won't even be playing on that profile unless I am actually streaming. That's the key thing about it. These floettes are following me everywhere. I think the only thing we're not going to do with the crazed shiny challenges, we probably won't be going for the alphas. Imagine if I put that I want every alpha shiny for that living dex as well. That may be a bit too far. But we might actually make an alpha dex in the game. But it's got to finish the game first. That's going to take a long time. Because I want to try and work my way through it as I go. But I also feel like I could speedrun it. It's not too bad. Like, but when we're doing the rest, like we're doing so many. Like, you think about it, we are trying to basically build a living dex of nearly 1,500 Pokemon. So it may take a little bit longer. I'd rather have a challenge that just goes on and on and on than have one end after a couple of weeks because we've done it. But what I might also be doing is sort of like a bit like what we were meant to do this month, but we never really did it, was do sort of events where it'll be bring people together to shiny hunt a type of Pokemon for a week or a month. So then I have targets for that week or month as well. It isn't just one or the other. And people can join in. Again, if we're doing DAs, if we pick Psychic, there's plenty of Psychic types that we can do between us. So we just sort of work through everything little by little. Like I might use that shiny hunting dex and just put in shiny hunting bug types for the month, and everyone who wants to submit can submit. They don't even have to be the regulars. Like Quagsire's not going to get used, is it? No, it's gone over the level cap anyway. You know, we could just start using this box for a while. Let's get you leveled up a tiny bit more. We said we can go up to 48 on these because they're not going to be used. It's fine. That's good. That is good. Minus the spender. Yes, I get that one. All regional variants, all gender difference, all shiny, as shiny and not shiny. Yeah, that's half of our challenge pretty much. I've already got pretty much the basic form decks done. With the exception of things like multiple Arceuses and Sylvalians and stuff, because the plates I don't consider variants. But then all forms, I will do it for the Floettes and that lot. I've got shiny wise, I've got all bar 3 orange ones, and a few others we've done pretty well on. But I did a lot from home, so I want to also update most of that. It's more going to be an update rather than rebuild on the non-shiny one, but that's kind of what the shiny one is. I've been lazy. I've got the Austin John one. He made one, or the team he works with made one that's really good. Because it's got a living form dex, living dex, Felivo dex, and etc. They break them all down really nicely. It's one of the best for me. But I also am using, my new plan is to use an app called Super Effective Dex Tracker. So they have like the home dexes, which is really helpful. Okay, so you're missing 126 as shiny or non-shiny, is that you're missing? Because in my non-shiny one I'm missing 4. 3 of them are mythicals that I can't get, sadly. Okay, so I can beat one more thing up with this. Okay. That's the wrong, but I didn't want to save. Right, so you can come back out to here. You're going to go there because you're psychic. We can do a couple more on you, I guess. And a couple more on you. I've only got one move left, and I think the sandwich is about to finish. So it's not like it's the end of the world. Okay, that makes sense. But that's what I find is the joy of playing these games is everybody has their own way of wanting to complete dexes, complete shiny dexes, like living forms, non-living forms, and I I I like some of the trackers people have put together. They're really helpful. Okay, that was the end of the sandwich. That's good. Right. Let's go up here. Right, we've got to beat Nimona quickly, and then we can do this battle. So what I might do is put together a team that's just going to beat Nimona quickly. I don't consider this part of the challenge, if I'm honest. She's going to have a Lycanroc, a Sliggoo, a Pawmi, and I think she's going to have the Masquerado. Right. Yep, I get that. There's certain bits I do and don't like about all of them. I just don't want to take some of them apart completely, if that makes sense. I do say I like the basics of the Austin John one because it is just put in a 0 over a 1 if you catch it, and it tells you where to put it in the home order. But I like a visual tracker, so I've been trying to find some good visual trackers. And I've got a few now. As we said, we got which one did we're using super effective I've made for this new shiny challenge. The only thing that annoys me is it does have all the Arceus and Sylvalian forms on it, which I don't want, but it's just something I'm going to have to deal with. You know, Tink can come in for this one, you know. It might be helpful against the Sliggoo. You're good for this battle. You're not much help, to be honest, but you can go into this box over here. What's your terror? Your terror's flying, which would actually be quite funky against. But no, I need this to terror, really. Actually, you could terror. No, you've got no moves for it, so I don't want to use that one. Right, what else? We'll bring you in just for a couple of levels. We might as well put the Gengar in. Need some levels again. And you'll do. You might be actually quite good against the Pawmi. Oh yes, that one is the one that I see a lot of people ask the most questions about, the Alcremies, because technically they don't change, do they? Nice, well hopefully they arrive soon. No, because I've got the Alcremie natural forms all done, but I've not ever done the shiny one. Yeah, I get it. Like the only ones I will do personally again is I will be doing the different ribbon colours and get one of each of them shiny. That's how I want to do it. But as we said, that's kind of what the joy of playing these games are, like meeting people that want to do things slightly different in their own way, but without not ever saying it's wrong. I could have, like, when we had the Milcery event, I think I got like half a box because that was about all I could be bothered to do. But I did all of my living Milcery Alcremie decks in Sword and Shield, which took hours to get those ribbons. And now you can get them within like half an hour. You can get the whole lot probably. It's really annoying. That's when my mouse should eventually turn up. I ordered a new mouse because I've got these problems with one of mine that just double clicks everything. And because it's my luck, it turns up right, but they've given me a window of 12 till 3, which is the 3 hours I'm usually streaming. So yeah. Do you do many DAs with people, or many just raids with people, union circles and stuff, or do you prefer just playing the games on your own? Yes. And you're going pretty well with that shiny hunting. Like the last couple of days, you seem to have got a crazy number. It would be... Are you putting them all into the Shiny Hunter website as well? Who's learning Dark Pops? That could be kind of nice. Oh, you are. You know what? We're not going to do too much with that. Because basically, we do open lobbies for DAs. So if you're ever interested, feel free to jump in. Dink-a-dink. Yeah, it's not the best move, but it'll do. Well, hopefully that can be eased some way, so it isn't too bad for you. I'm not sure, like, I know what you said. It's one of those that there's different levels of it, isn't there? Some of it is just like spitting out words. Other sides of it is the ticks and stuff. It's very difficult to know, unless you know about it, it's difficult to understand what one's what. But I don't know if you were in the ads when I asked, but do you do many DAs with people, or union circles, or raids in these games, or other things like that? Or do you prefer to just play the games solo, completely solo? We are going to swap for this. Do we go straight into you? Probably not. We'll stick with that. Fair enough. Well, we generally do open lobby DAs. At the moment, I'm really putting a lot of focus into Landorus because I'm in a community that is shiny hunting things in dex order. So there's a lot of focus on that at the moment. But once that's done, I'm open to pretty much any DA. So we put a nice team together, like dragons in nearly all of them. There are other people come and go, but as we say, they're open for everyone to join. We're looking at maybe doing something with union circles for barbecue stuff, because, well, where I'm doing that fresh save on Violet especially, I would love to get a few of the barbecue points built up. So again, that'll be open for, hopefully be open to get a few people in. If you've done it, you know yourself just how broken it is when you have a bigger pool of people involved. So that's kind of what I would love to get into, a few more of them. But then we'll also do, if you check the channel points, there's going to be something like go and do raids, and or pick a raid for us to go and do, and stuff like that. So that's kind of what we're trying to do. Like, my challenge is not meant to be just me shiny hunting, you watching. It is trying to involve everybody who comes in to watch to join in and be part of it. Nicknames, picking what we go for, where we go for it, etc. Claiming the spare shinies and stuff. The right mixture. Hopefully it'll be good for everyone to enjoy. I just try not to block it all out. Yeah, it's very difficult. Like, the Union Circle. But I think once you've got the 12,000 points, like, especially if you're somebody's joining who's targeting the 12,000 points, you'll notice just how much quicker everything is, and then you can then do the shiny hunting of a certain type. Because I think you were sort of stuck, 'cause you needed the Alolan Pokemon, didn't you, to unlock it? But you've been going around the Blueberry and you've seen just how relatively slow it is. I think that's probably the best way to put it. If you don't have a few more people helping you. Oh dear, Nimona, you lost. I still don't have that one. I've had loads of Execute, but you can't evolve it. As far as I'm aware, into the Alolan Executor. It's a bit annoying. Like, it would have been kind of good if you could have. Yes, I get it as well. Like my goal will be to. Well, the thing is, I will have the shiny charm as soon as I open up Blueberry, if I'm honest. Because, well, we're going to do a little bit of cheesing it a bit. We can't use that again. Right, so we will bring our water team in. I'm probably going to go with Crawdon, to be honest. We said this would be pretty good. We also said Pelipper would be good. And didn't we say Dreadnought? That was pretty much what everyone picked. Was that the ones we said we would do? Gengar, you can go back to the top. Yeah, so if we use this team for the most part, let's get some moves sorted out. What else do you learn? Razor Shell might be good. You have Protect, which might be good too. Get rid of Double Hit. The Pokemon's prize Mighty Pincers prevent others from lowering its attack, so that could be kind of good. Nice, well hopefully it won't break again. We won't Crunch on this because it's very physically attacking. What else do we have here? Swift Swim, it could be kind of clutch too. You don't really get much, to be honest. We would like to give you some more attacks. We have Fling. Might work. Probably won't. Don't really have too much to work with, do you? You got Air Slash, which is slightly better than Wing Attack. We'll get rid of Growl. Oh, we have Thief as well, but I don't think that hits too hard. Oh, that's in the red and blue, yellow, right? Oh, Jawlock. Okay, so this could be good too. That over Crunch? It's about the same as Crunch. Okay, well we'll put this on. So this will be the 4 we use in this battle. I'm slightly scared of it, to be honest, because one of them has it would be good later, I think, because I don't think anything in the base game has an item, if I'm honest. So I may just have to Terra in that battle. Right, so they're my 4. We've got to do the Germ Trial, and this is my least favourite Germ Trial of all of them in this game. I hate it. I hate it so much. It is so boring. Not gonna lie. You're going to be trolling the opponents already. It would be good when we go to Blueberry, because they all have items there. I do actually have the Kitakami storyline I could actually go and play now. I do probably want to get more of that done. It's just disappointing that the gym leaders don't use items in this game, to be honest. It would be nice if they would be a little bit more difficult to face. But this is the challenge I hate the most, because I don't even know if it matters if you fail or not. It's just the expression stuff is so boring. Because the next gym is the ice gym, and if things go very, very smoothly here, we could even get the ice gym done today. But then we could speedrun the last 4 on probably Friday. I'm not completely sure which way around I want to do this. Okay, no worries, see you in a moment. I can never remember what the buttons are either, which is why I hate this. It is nice doing this game though with some of the Pokemon that aren't natural to the main game, using the DLC ones. That is always a bit more enjoyable. So I think I have to face everything I see behind me, which is not the worst. So I should be okay. But we said before, like, Nuzlockes are a little bit slower on the viewing side, because at the end of the day you're doing, everyone's just watching rather than being overly involved, which is what I try to push myself not to make it completely viewer. Yeah, I just like the interactions, to be honest. No, I did not tell you to do that, computer. Go back to where you were. Oh no, that's too small. Nope, that. Oh, that's too small again. Why did you break like that? That'll do. We'll worry about the rest later. Oh dear. So what do you have? Do you have Gothitelle or Curlier first? It's an Emily. Just in time to see how badly I messed this up. Oh, it's the Spoink I hate facing because it's very, very bulky. But I feel relatively confident for this. It's just there is a huge power Pokemon in one of their parties, and it's kind of scary to face. It has messed me up on multiple. I can beat the whole base game with no problems. Face this one trainer usually knocks one of my Pokemon out. Sorry, Emily. You just have to cry in the corner. I forgot how far we got in Kitakami. I think I've got to face Kieran at Paradise Barrens. Then I have to go with Nemona to face the Melodic. And then we'll probably have the free type, maybe face Kieran again. And then the Titans. But I may try to do that so I can actually have... Well, actually, it doesn't matter. What it does, I want to get Ogerpon before the Elite Four. Because then I could use Ogerpon in the final battles. But it will be level 20 if I catch it before I do that, which is really helpful. And nice to use it won't be too low, but it'll get there eventually. And I don't know how to treat Ogerpon. Do I lock it to one mask? And that be where it's locked in type-wise? Or do I do something else with it? It's a bit difficult, that one. Because it feels a bit too cheaty to use them all. No worries. See you in a moment. Because I think if I use it for rock, grass, fire and water, that seems a bit unfair. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't need rock, water, grass or fire right now. And I can see what my teams look like going into the final battles, or what my type variations are. But again, I can do some of the grinding off stream now. Because apart from like the very few you see on the screen, I don't really have too much to worry about. So that's good. Oh, you are a fast little piggy, aren't you? Okay. So I think when we see the Meadow Champ, I'm going to go to the Pelipper. Yes, this guy is a nightmare. I just don't want to lose something to it. And remember, we do have a lot of... We got 3 Titans. No, we've got 4 Titans still we can return and catch. So that is a good thing too. Okay, so that was not a problem. I should have probably gone and got the Bombardier. Like, I've got, because we've still got steel type to go, we've got 2 steel types. We can now go back to, you know what, we may just use this. Keep with the Crawdon strat. So the other thing that would be kind of good is if I did start with the Pelipper, because we can put Drizzle up early. And if we have the Drizzle up early, we can sort of deal with everything that way early on. We could go and do a little bit of Kitakami after this battle, actually. Like, we could do our raid here, then do our what's it called? Run one raid here, one raid in Kitakami, and then do the Kitakami storyline. Like, it's only going to be a level 30 Nimona or something, and Kieran. Maybe not do the Titans yet, just to be safe. Like, but then I can't catch the Titans if I finish, because they're about level 60, aren't they? I think. Maybe even 70. So they'll be locked anyway. I think they're level 70 actually. If they're level 70, they're definitely out. And then I can also decide whether to do the Swords of Ruins Pokemon. That is also something we need to consider an option for our team. But then I've also said if I'm going to do them, I think I'm only going to allow myself their secondary typings. So none of them are dark, or I can only give myself one as the dark type. But they are difficult to catch. That's the problem. So there is that. So I've got to just balance out what I want to do with them. But we know this team. I'm relatively confident. I do think we lose 1 Pokemon. I'm not even going to try to hide it. I think we'll lose 1. That's what Barrascuda's here for, pretty much. That's just one check of the moves. So Crunch, Zen, Headbutt, and Reflect. So this thing will want to set Reflect up first move. So I should probably start with that, with Mr. Starcrabs. Because then it will probably drag out the Gardevoir, which is the one we're very scared of. Because it does have a grass move and a fairy move. So my plan would be to probably send in the Barrascuda for that. But I could send in the Pelipper. But it would be sad to lose the Pelipper. let's just check special defenses. Nobody has good special defense, do they? Pelipper probably has the best. Did you learn anything slightly better? Not really. But the drizzle could then help the Barraskewda. Like, this should surely be faster. I kind of just want to get rid of everything before needing to worry too much. I think we will basically work our way through the team. Like, the Espathra is not too difficult to deal with. The Florges is, but then I could also Terror the Crawdon into water against it in case it wants to go Moonblast. So there is that. We have to remember we've got some interesting terrors here. But the problem is Dark is not a good terror for this. Ghost is. But then the Espathra has Shadow Ball and the Farafaric has Crunch. So there are a few difficult battles to deal with. But we'll get there. We've done this before. A few times. And we've been to the Ice Gym, so we don't need to actually go and unlock it. So that's another good thing. Let's see. Can we beat this one? It is a Tulip. The 7th of the 8 natural badges to face. Probably one of the more difficult ones, because it's one of the few trainers that has the opposite to what you would be using, because it has it's sort of both ways, because if you're using a dark type, she has a fairy one that becomes psychic, a bit like Triluwulu, which can be kind of scary because you would naturally be using a flying or fire type. Welcome back, just in time to see whether we beat Tulip. Kind of scared. But this thing I need to get rid of before it can put Reflect up, really. If I can do that, I'm a little bit more confident. We went with Crawdon, Barraskewda, Dreadnought and Pelipper for this battle. Now it's faster than me. But they didn't put Reflect up, which is good. That was a crit. Well, this thing's bulky. Another crunch. Okay. Lost a bit more health than I would like. I'm also trying not to use items in battle. Unless I absolutely need to. Okay. Now I feel like this is where we sacrifice this. But let's start with Pelipper. Are they helping? Is it partly for you to feel more open discussing it, or so people can see what it's like from your point of view? Okay, nice. Well, thank you for that. There goes the November thing people were talking about. With the videos you're making, are they more to give you something to feel more comfortable telling your stories, or is it more for people to understand what it's like from your point of view? I didn't think that would take that much damage, not gonna lie. I may have to just let the Pelipper go down, you know. It's not too important, I don't think. Well, Dazzling Gleam, wow. Okay. So that is, what, October. That's good then. As I say, thank you for the information of when it's coming out. We'll be jumping on that. And straight away into a Discord it pops up. Well, I should be faster. I can hopefully beat this with crunch. Okay, I can't. This will probably kill me, won't it? Okay, so this has gone from relatively smooth to very kind of scary. What is your terror? Your terror is rock. That's not much. No, it's water. A little bit better. Your terror is water. Who is faster? Because Gardevoir is probably about to sweep me. You are faster, but are you faster than a Gardevoir? Probably not. I guess that maybe they didn't want to do November just to try and avoid clashing with other games. That could be the only thing I could think of. And a present on the 22nd of July. Nice. The Espathra I'm not too worried about. We'll probably just stick with this for now. We'll be faster. So there's a couple of things that are kind of scary now. Psychic, this is faster than me, okay. Not what I wanted to see. And the rain stopped. I should be able to take this out, I think. No. I think that's just going to kill me, isn't it? Oh, 6 HP. Lovely. So we're going to have lots of... So that gives us a good couple of months to get into our challenge before that comes out. I think I'm just going to have to stick with this. What I can do is protect first turn, because it'll probably go for Petal Dance. I just want to protect one turn, just to stop the Petal Dance going too high. But that is good though, like, we were getting a bit worried of when that was going to come out. There was a little bit of fear that it could be late November, early December. Maybe they've looked at the window and thought, that gives everyone, what, 4 months on the Switch too. I know it's coming out on both consoles, but... And then they may do a fancy announcement on the present that something might come out in January, February. You never know. Right, so we got to go crunch. We are faster. That's good-ish. Psychic? Okay. I feel like we might be faster with the Crawdont, but I can't guarantee that. I'm kind of worried that we lose if it uses Petal Dance. This thing, she has eliminated my team pretty fast, hasn't she? We will just go next slash Moonblast. It was faster than me, and we did. Okay, well the TypeLocke is over then. Sadly. I thought we could have got through that one with that team. That was one of the few battles I thought was easier. Oh dear. Never mind. Maybe if I had Terran I might have survived that one. But again, it was a fun ride. That was the idea of it, just to do something slightly different. I actually did think that would be a good enough team to win this, if I'm really honest. We'll put you to one side because you are shiny. You can go in the spare shiny box. But otherwise, I guess that's going to be it for them. It's a bit of a shame that it ended like that. I was a little bit scared of that battle, but I thought we had it under control. I think the Gardevoir hit a lot harder than I thought it would. Probably could have done some stuff around. You know, we could go and just try it, like, not to say to cheat it as such, but to try it a different way around. Because I did not know Dreadnought was that fast, if I'm honest. I was not expecting that. But I guess, yeah, this thing's just way too slow. I really thought it would be faster. The Swanner could have done a bit better, but I don't think it has much to hit. After all of the crazy battles we've been through, that was the thing that cost us it. Oh, no. Never mind. Maybe it'll be something we do in the future. But I guess that's the end of the challenge.